And a lot of these cats, man, they be really dropping names, you feel me? I mean, they be talking about what they got and what they driving, who they knowin'. But man, if cats want to drop names, I'ma show them how to drop names, you feel me? Lag out, yeah. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. They dropping other names, but I really ain't feeling them. So I'ma put them, hey, up on the biz and let them know exactly who he is. King of kings, King of glory, Lord of lords, divine royalty, life giver, dead raiser, low looker, high way maker, living water, yeah, that bread of life. He's a debt payer, ultimate sacrifice, a heart fixer, a mind renewer, miracle doer. So call him Yeshua. Plus he David's son of man, great I am, lion lamb. Yes he will, yes he can. He's Jesus, man. He hung up on the tree. Die for you, die for me. Father, Spirit, Son, and one make up the Holy Trinity. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. Christ is superior. Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. Christ is superior. Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. You think you're so amazing, but really he's taking care of ya. Jehovah Jireh, he's our provider, the bridegroom married to the backslider. Never sleep or slumberer, hearing your head numberer. All power in his hands, but it ain't cumbersome. Blessed Redeemer, God go between us. Terrible teacher, perfect peacekeeper. Yeah, solid rock, chief cornerstone. Tree of life, rose of Sharon. Cross carrier, by his name swearer. Heavy burden bearer, crown of thorns wearer. Yeah, a standard lifter, atmosphere shifter, wine replenisher, author and finisher. A wonderful counselor, you seeking things, he's seeking yours. So glad he came, need a blessed name. Age to age, he's still the same. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. Christ is superior. Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. Christ is superior. Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. Seek and say the Lord, yeah, that's what he came for. See, he's what is, and he's what was, and is to come. Anointed Holy One on the cross, fire. Hell engraved the fire on the third day, rise up. All you need supply, yeah. Jehovah Nisi, that means he is a banner. And then the highest, we cry out Hosanna. Right hand of the Father, Cedar, right where you had meter. Storm, calmer, water walker, promise maker, promise keeper. He's the beginning and the ending too. He's Alpha and Omega, and I ain't talking French, dude. Word liver, simple table flipper, sight to the blind, giver, top to bottom, they'll ripper. He's sweeter than honey on the honeycomb. He never did a single thing wrong. So even at the end of this song, my name dropped till they called me home. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. Christ is superior. Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. I know I'm name dropping, but Christ is superior. Christ is superior. Christ is superior.
I'm being set up.
From executive producer Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
He's about to get what he deserved.
Power return.
behind a life filled with stress, bills, and debt. Some others will be remembered for how they hustled on the block. Took a couple shots, got Molly to tussle with the cops. Scott might have lived his life methodically shopping at property options. So when they drop in his coffin, Lil Scott can be flossing. Or maybe when you're gone and they bury your bones, they speak of your service in the court or tour to the war zone. It could be that your history would be movie related or chasing beauty, so you got your booty and boobies inflated. Maybe your way was supporting something highly important, like fighting abortions, providing for orphans. The source of your fortune was the ball and bat. You was a force on the court and all your stats got recorded in the sports almanac. The force of all men is on public display like a governor's race. So when they cover your face, what would they say? It might offend you and raise eyebrows like estheticians. My position is without doubt and inhibitions. A legacy is insufficient if Jesus wasn't the mission. But wait, you may say I'm a courageous leader on fire like a major fever, a blazing heater, or a plate of sea creatures with Cajun seasoners. But you didn't do the research, you just kept living under the curse and tried to shift it in reverse and end up missing getting immersed. Yeah, you got knowledge shots in a pocket of jewelry, but that's an unprofitable profit and it stops at your eulogy. False security, but following Jesus is a sure bet. His legacy was pure steps, his destiny was pure death. He invested in people by investing in their souls and showed us that the gospel is worth more than a treasure chest of gold. So you leave folks with a legacy of faith and they embrace it, then you left them something that guarantees them life after the grave pit. Intend to ignore, but I'm convicted this is something that men should explore. So I asked a couple people what they think legacy is, and some said, you know, respect, man, and that's digging the grid. I continued to dig and heard stuff from simple to technical. Some was questionable and others got real intellectual, but I finally settled on some thoughts. A legacy is when we invest in individuals as a whole and play an instrumental role in building up strong men and women like the stones of Egyptian pyramids and giving these young kids some vision. Our gifts and abilities should be game changers. Give people to live like weight trainers. Don't just feed them the fish, teach them to be an angler. This is a decision. This mission is not accidental. The fact is that the essence of legacy is sacrificial, and Jesus is the perfect person to follow. But if you decide that you're not, though, all your works on earth is worthless and hollow. Hollow, hollow.
Everything is backwards now. Like out there is the true world, and in here is the dream. Everything is backwards now. Like out there is the true world, and in here is the dream. Everything is backwards now.
cursed with a C in nature. The reason my good intent turned to vapor. It deeply weakens me to the point I can't hold the faith up. Test after test and I'm failing, I keep taking makeup. Sleeping on reading my assigned textbook. Wake up, I look in the life of Paul and feel I gotta shape up. Like how he go through so much hell and still think it's makeup. Better yet, why don't I have that gene? Was it something I missed? Am I that incomplete? How far we got to go on this road, I need to see. I've been grinding day and night, low on cash and my gas tank depleted. Pouring my life like gravy on these beats. I'm about to speak on my Savior's behalf, and me and God ain't spoken weeks. Now that's deep and trifling, opposite from righteous men. But every day's an opportunity for me to fight again. I told him, God, I'm trying to get to where you are. He said, your flesh ain't built to handle this. You gotta have an avatar. My avatar got Jesus. My avatar got Christ. My avatar got grace. More abundantly, my avatar got life. My avatar got Jesus. My avatar got Christ. My avatar got grace. More abundantly, my avatar got life. He used to put the hurt on him, to God worked on him. Now he dying every day, trying to put the word on him. Them haters talking about me on the low, but what they don't realize is I'm not the same man I was before. See, my views changed, my mind different from the way I used to do things. Now I ask God.
Yo, you know, D Malo. Don't wanna pop it. I spread the word of Christ harder than the evils of the Antichrist. Form the life through love and bring his word to a side of mine. I used to value Max and the power of all the paper, but God forgive it. My sins, I walked in that road with my Savior. I spread your message, but it goes on ears to bring a deficit. Clean living is too much for the population of derelicts. Without your body and lost in the jungle, cause the lions roar to these efforts is much more trouble than blasting a fofo. Coming back for the no-ho, erasing everything in its path for H2O. They play dumb with innuendos of sex on the LG, moving packs to destroy the love that is the family. They try to execute the word, but I'm swift with his gift. Quick to understand the lies hidden within the hieroglyph. Battle every day with his armor, I leave attack mission. No worry, my brothers, he'll be back for the ones living. Crush the opposition book with a name and it's done. While they try to wash away the right with pawns and guns. It's all fun and games till he lets his rap bust. I match up with Bibles and drop a verse in Christ's mad love. Yo, you know we get it on and pop it. Reading every day, you know no stopping. Yo, you know we get it on and pop it. Reading every day, you know no stopping.
I'm back on the path that most shoes are melt on. Miles I go street to street, feet in napalm. Just to meet the feet I can't escape from. It's like I'm destined to lose, don't even make fun. It's a spiritual warfare. Yeah, we could win, but you really just don't care. You fooled by the skin, the visual all stare. You can't breathe in, suffocating, there's no air. No air, we war for Christ. We strong in the Lord, it's on when we grip the mic. With the truth of the Lord, we equipped to fight. In the booth, I'ma call till our troops unite. Cold world, merciless, does hope exist? It does, only fits when it's Christ in the mix. See, his love is the fix for that life in the bricks. And his blood run thick for your life is a gift. It's the truth.
Yo, you know we get it on and pop it. Reading every day, you know no stopping. Yo, you know we get it on and pop it. Reading every day, you know no stopping.
Lord defense if you fight for the king. I'ma represent Christ every day, spread light to the king. I'ma fight against the legion of doom. Pay attention how I speak when I stand, when I step in the room. I'ma represent God, I'ma speak for the groom. I'ma speak to the hood, I'ma speak to the goons. I'ma reach for the stars, I'ma reach for the moon. I'ma speak to everybody, homie, each in the room. It's as bigger than the cross of a tree. It's as big as the triune God, it's the awesomest three. It's as bigger than a nuclear bomb. It's as bigger than any deal that ever took place in the wrong. I'ma seek the higher ground, facing the storm, let a hand to any man till I'm breaking my arm. It's the truth, the mantra, battling the monster. You could call it weaponry, yeah, this is the Contra.
Yo, you know we get it on and pop it. Reading every day, you know no stopping. Yo, you know we get it on and pop it. Reading every day, you know no stopping. Yo, you know we get it on and pop it. day, you know, no stopping. Yo, you know we get it on and poppin'. Reading every day, you know, no stopping.
Saliva for my salivary glands all over my fans. In close proximity to any activity, we're conducting lyrically, bringing light in the room like electricity. Whenever I stand with the mic in my hand, I spray saliva for my salivary glands all over my fans. In close proximity to any activity, we're conducting lyrically, bringing light in the room like electricity. Whenever I stand with the mic in my hand, I spray saliva for my salivary glands all over my fans. In close proximity to any activity, we're conducting lyrically, bringing light in the room like electricity. Whenever I stand with the mic in my hand, I spray saliva from my salivary glands all over my fans. In close proximity to any activity, we're conducting lyrically, bringing light in the room like electricity. They're making fun of me for trying to live honestly, pursuing purity and practicing monogamy. The monotony of these MCs has gotten to me, playing with fake money like Monopoly, producing fruit from a rotten tree. Deny my Abba Father, we get sent to a lake of lava hotter than sriracha. This should make you shake like maracas. Unforgiven men living in sin, denying him should be shaken like Michael J. Fox and Parkinson's. From the day of your birth, no need for bad works. You were cursed by the man God created from the dust of the earth. A.D.A.M. From A.M. to P.M. Condemn men, try to please him by being moral beings. Whenever I stand with the mic in my hand, I spray saliva from my salivary glands all over my fans. In close proximity to any activity, we're conducting lyrically, bringing light in the room like electricity. You're really poor, but you think you're rich. You're not a god, the only power you can tune into is 106. You're not going to heaven because you have a crucifix affixed to a necklace hanging between your breastises. We're hip-hopping, dropping doctrine often, watching hearts that were once hardened become softened like yogurt. We're not covert, we quote direct excerpts from scripture and biblical experts. In each verse, God is first. He reversed the curse of the hearse. We rehearse and work our words for the new birth. Not for fame or fortune, the Lord's our portion. We're scorching, torching any microphone we're approaching. Bringing them glory, using allegories in our stories. Ask Maurice, the silence of the Lamb was gory. Then he resurrected, I'm disinfected from my wretched message. The blessed pay my deficit 100%. Whenever I stand with the mic in my hand, I spray saliva from my salivary glands all over my fans. In close proximity to any activity, we're conducting lyrically, bringing light in the room like electricity. We laugh at the fact Satan's a whack cat, tempting Jesus, trying to stop the blood flow like a maxi pad. Satan's defeated, some Christians don't believe it, read it, till him beat it. At the right hand of the Father, Jesus is seated, no longer bleeding but interceding for the believing, soon to be leaving, retrieving those he's redeeming, bringing us home to our mansion, while casting cats like Marilyn Manson in a lake of fire that's everlasting. But we're not evangelizing, it's got me crying, realizing men are dying while we're socializing. With outreach, with speech over hip-hop beats, unique, beautiful feat, it's the true immortal technique. I've been rocking the stage this way before the days Christian rappers would receive praise and accolades. I'd rather be like Joseph who feared God. When he was tempted, he could say I ran like President Ahmadinejad.
Just real. This goes out to anybody who can relate. You know, it's that feel good, just sit back and vibe. Relax your mind, but it's some real stuff though. Just listen. What? Huh? What? Huh? What? What? Knowing there was more to life, but what does it look like to be really living? The only thing I know for sure is this ain't living. All my homies tryna tell me I'm too introspective. Tryna tell them I'm just tryna see the bigger picture. Cause even those that said they love me only fed me lies. But I know everybody go through hell at times. Pac told me that real soldiers, they never die. So I'm just so glad that I finally met my Christ. Cause I remember back then as I'm looking back, everybody, all my friends, they all cooking crack. Who can blame them? We ain't know better, we was taught by Nas and Pac and Big Eminem too. And who could ever understand what we been through? Nobody, I don't need nobody. I was born alone, die alone. Until the end, it's just me and my microphone. For that pride, I'm just trying to be the best. For that pride, I ain't trying to fight my flesh. For that pride, I can make the money quick, and ain't nobody right here messing with my clique. Yeah, for that pride, I ain't trying to fight my flesh, yeah. Cause for that pride, I'm just trying to be the best. And for that pride, I can make the money flip, and I bet you I can take your woman quick. Chuck Taylor's on my feet, Dickies cut for the crease. Hard hustle while I'm pride, they don't wanna compete. Feeling like we was running things till the day that I got saved. I was the one that changed. Now I ran with the older G's cause they were showing me love. For the fact that they had my back, I was rolling with thugs. And the sad thing was, Christians don't get together. They don't wanna bang with you lest they feel you on their level. So little do they know, you can be going through hell, but we sitting back watching as you fighting by yourself. What happened to community? What happened to that unity? That's something I ain't never seen, and that alone is fueling me. Since we never seen it, the devil divided you and me. Thinking we finally made it cause we saved, still producing weed. Cause this thanks, offering selfishness and greed. If you can't see the light in me, then there is no truth in me. And if you can't see Christ in me, tell me who is using me. Cause for that pride, I ain't finna get with you. Cause for that pride, I'm too busy looking at you. Shh. Hey, for that pride, I'm just looking at your mess. Cause for that pride, I don't know I'm in my flesh. Hey, for that pride, I ain't finna help you out, yeah. Cause for that pride, I'm just finna let you drown, Hey, for that pride, if God really wants you out, then he's sovereign, he's finna do it all himself. Yeah. Hey, for that pride. For that pride, for that pride. Cause for that pride, I ain't finna get with you, ayy. Cause for that pride, I'm too busy looking at you, man. And for that pride, I ain't finna help you out. Lend a hand, you got faith, you can do it by yourself, man. For that pride, yeah, for that pride. Hey, for that pride, hey, for that pride. Yeah, for that pride, I ain't finna get with you. For that pride, I'm too busy looking at you. It's just judging, it's only hurting. I'm so selfish, cause for that pride, yeah, for that pride, and for that pride. The Spirit of God searches those deep things, yeah, even the deep things, even in the heart of God. And he searches after those who have a heart after God. So just like the Psalm of David, searching me, oh God, cause God requires truth in the inward parts. And if I can be honest with myself, what I've come to find is so much pride, which only leads to destruction, killing your own self, your own life, and everybody who's around you. Cause for that pride, I ain't finna help you out, nah. Cause for that pride, I'm just finna let you drown, Hey, for that pride, I ain't finna get what you hate. Cause for that pride, I'm too busy looking at you, man.
Yeah. You're gonna have to help me on this one, Jesus. Feeling kinda emotional. You know how tomorrow can come today. Today ain't promised. Yeah. I'm living, screaming, let it rain. I'm unashamed in my last days. Put me in the box and let me burn like ashtrays. It doesn't matter while me resting in my last place. It really shouldn't matter, but it does. What will they say? Does my legacy provoke a wave of therapy? Or was my living kinda cancerous, like leprosy? Can I be charged again like facing double jeopardy? I hope when they reflect upon my mistakes it makes a better me. Tell me, Lord, was I worthy enough to follow? Did I spark inspiration for tomorrow? Please forgive me for all of those I may have led astray. I pray my better days was an example to their ways. You know it's hopeless trying to please every man, but then you nailed the 7 hands repaired every man. Tell me that my reparations will restore a generation. Use me just like you used to Ravens. Tell me what they say, or even what they think when I'm dead and gone. Will they celebrate and mourn, or carry on? Did they even know me and what I stood for? Or judge me by my mishaps, my storms, my pitfalls? Tell me what they say or think when I'm dead and gone. Will they celebrate or mourn or carry on? Did they even know me and what I stood for? Or judge me by my mishaps, my storms, my pitfalls? I'm a living testimony, but death to breed a testimony. But will the testimony be enough to God to get the glory? Did I push too hard when I should've pulled, or was I wishy-washy trying to navigate these earthly rules? Could I spare some change like being panhandled? I manhandled some folks feeling like I was a mad vandal. The folks that knew me then just don't know me now. Can my past surpass my own progression? Is that allowed? I know you didn't lift me up till I was standing tall, just to knock me down onto my knees like I'm not saved at all. That's not your motive. Your aim isn't to play with folks. Your goal is to strengthen the foundation and make even yokes. So in my last breath, in my last steps, I pray I'm reaching as far as I can, like some spandex. I pray you give me the grace to reach higher heights and spark revival in my exit party if I die tonight. Tell me what they say or think when I'm dead and gone. Will they celebrate or mourn or carry on? Did they even know me and what I stood for? Or judge me by my mishaps, my storms, my pitfalls? Tell me what they say or think when I'm dead and gone. Will they celebrate or mourn or carry on? Did they even know me and what I stood for? Or judge me by my mishaps, my storms, my pitfalls? Give it to him, Pluto. Tell me what to say. Dead and gone. Carry on. Tell me what to say. Dead and gone. Carry on. Tell me what to say. Dead and gone.
Alabanza.
Today is a good day. I got problems, but I'm not in dismay. Got a few dollars, but spend that on cheesecake. But I got a father who will never leave me. I'm low in revenue, but I never knew that life would change up on me, go up and down like them levels do. And that devil dude, he can catch you too. Piece of the head with a force of violence that he never knew. Ooh, that's kind of violent, but I'm feeling highly serious like a Molly, trying to start a new way. Get that drama out my new day. I don't need no drama, giving up for that to mama. Now I'm trying to start a new groove, just like the talking llama. And I can't do it all alone, I know I need my father. I'm swearing on the yo me, so girl don't even bother. Girl don't even bother. I'm swearing on the yo me, so girl don't even bother. It's gonna be a good day. It's good vibes over here. Ain't nothing take the smile off of this face. So leave the hating over there. I can't tell you how I know. Up is the only way to go. Yeah, it's gonna be a good day. I think I feel a blessing coming this way. Yeah, it's good days.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Project Pluto Show, the internet and terrestrial radio's only 1 hour dedicated broadcast of underground Christian hip-hop, and you are so lucky to be here today, and I am so loud. What a great day. What an awesome day. Thank you so much for tuning in, whether you're listening on FY ministry.com, or our friends at notbybreadaloneradio.com, or power1021fm.com. Thank you very much, Atlanta, Boston. Oh, and by the way, Miami. Hi, Miami. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to all my friends who are listening on Roku or Shoutcast or whatever else I just forgot to... I am really loud. Whoever else I forgot to mention, thank you so much. And once again, the Project Pluto Hour, we're so happy you joined us. Another interesting show for you lined up. Tracks, me vibing. Hi to everyone over in San Bernardino area. I was reminded that we might have some listeners there. And I think I've got a cool story for you guys in a second. Anyway, what's going on with you? It's Wednesday, the 21st of June. It's summer. We're broadcasting from Mission Viejo, California on the Mission Viejo Christian Church campus. Thank you so much, guys, for hosting us. And in the beautiful, luxurious, technically advanced FYI studios. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, that is a 1984 disco light thing behind me, and that's what makes us technically advanced. Anyway, if you're new to the show, we play tracks from underground Christian hip-hop artists, not usually guys you're going to see on mainstream whatever, and we spotlight people who are using their talents and for the Lord's ministry, and just giving them some spotlights. So that's how we roll. Anyway, today I'm just going to play some of my favorite tracks because I really don't have a theme going on, but I've got some stuff to talk to you guys about, and hope you're down for a good show, because here we go. Let's see, what are we going to start with? Hey, here's a cool song I want to play. Where did it go? I'm vamping because I'm looking for all the tracks I was just going to play. There they go. Okay, anyway, so, we're doing a couple things at the same time here. Anyway, let's listen to Legacy by A. Doulos featuring Delavu and your favorite hip-hop Christian producer, Pluto. And when we come back, I'll have some stuff for you guys, and we'll talk some more, and we'll get going. Anyway, the Project Pluto Hour, thank you so much for listening. This is Legacy by A. Doulos. Boys up at Caruso Music up in Oakland. I'm sure very happy about that whole Warriors thing.
Oh my Lord, oh my Lord, hey, that's right.
Some of us will leave behind a life filled with stress, bills, and debt. Some others will be remembered for how they hustled on the block. Took a couple shots, pop Molly to tussle with the cops. Scott might have lived his life methodically shopping at property options. So when they drop in his coffin, Lil Scott can be flossing. Or maybe when you're gone and they bury your bones, they speak of your service in the court or a tour to the war zone. It could be that your history would be movie related or chasing beauty, so you got your booty and boobies inflated. Maybe your way was supporting something highly important like fighting abortions, providing for orphans. The source of your fortune was a ball and bat. You was a force on the court and all your stats got recorded in the sports almanac. The force of all men is on public display like a governor's race. So when they cover your face, what would they say? it might offend you and raise eyebrows like estheticians. My position is without doubt and inhibitions. A legacy is insufficient if Jesus wasn't the mission. But wait, you may say I'm a courageous leader on fire like a major fever, a blazing heater, a plate of sea creatures with Cajun seasoners. But you didn't do the research, you just kept living under the curse and trying to shift it into reverse and end up missing, getting immersed. Yeah, you got knowledge shots in a pocket of jewelry, but that's an unprofitable profit and it stops at your eulogy. False security, but following Jesus is a sure bet. His legacy was pure steps, his destiny was pure death. He invested in people by investing in their souls and showed us that the gospel is worth more than a treasure chest of gold. So you leave folks with a legacy of faith and they embrace it, then you left them something that guarantees them life after the grave pit. Intend to ignore, but I'm convicted this is something that men should explore. So I asked a couple people what they think legacy is, and some said, you know, respect, man, and that's digging the grid. I continued to dig and heard stuff from simple to technical. Some was questionable and others got real intellectual, but I finally settled on some thoughts. A legacy is when we invest in individuals as a whole and play an instrumental role in building up strong men and women like the stones of Egyptian pyramids and giving these young kids some vision. Our gifts and abilities should be game changers. Give people to live like weight trainers. Don't just feed them the fish, teach them to be an angler. This is a decision. This mission is not accidental. The fact is that the essence of legacy is sacrificial, and Jesus is the perfect person to follow. But if you decide that you're not, though, all your works on earth is worthless and hollow. Hollow, hollow.
You guys want to have some fun? My phone's ringing. Isn't that interesting? You want to just pick up and see what it... Let's just... Hello? Oh, they hung up. Aw. That was weird. The phone was ringing, and I thought maybe we could have put like a impromptu guest on, but no. All right. Uh-oh. See, this is what happens with live radio, you guys. You never know what's really going to happen. Anyway, this is the Project Pluto Hour. Thank you so much for joining us. There's the phone ringing again. It keeps ringing and then it stops. Hey, you guys, don't be punking with me at home, you rappers who've been on the show and feel like you need to call in the middle of the show. No free press until you set it up beforehand. Anyway, no one seems to be calling, so I'm going to put it away. Anyway, sorry. So, the Project Pluto Hour, thank you so much for joining us as we journey into the world of underground Christian hip-hop and unsigned artists and listen to their stuff and answer phone calls with nobody there and just do crazy live stuff on the air. So, very happy that you joined us listening on all our affiliates. We're in Miami now, and so I'm totally stoked about that and really happy. Anyway, let's see. It's Wednesday. It's hot. I don't know what it's at your place, but it is hot. I know I'm talking to people where it's even hotter. I think it's like 90 here, and this is Mission Viejo. This is the beach, so you know, not quite the beach, but we're not used to the 90s. So but my friend's out in San Bernardino, and Mom is out there, and I think they're like looking at 108 or something crazy. So I hope you guys are staying cool. Anyway, it's been a crazy week, you guys. I'm sure you've had one too, and I have been dealing with a couple different things. For the knee legacy, if you've been following with our knee legacy, I have one more appointment on Friday, and they're going to give me the final word on what's up with my knee. If you don't know, I'm talking about my knee because I don't have a lot to talk about in the show. And I heard it when I was attempting to try to run, like like not even a mile, and I died. Anyway, it has been a crazy week, and it's been a crazy day too, because something happened this morning, right when I got to work, and I sort of wanted to share it with you really quick, and then we'll play some more tracks, and we'll get to what I'm sure you're really here for. Anyway, so I get in the office this morning, and I start my day, and I notice I get a text on Instagram from a handle I don't recognize, someone who's not in my friends list, and I start reading the text, and I start understanding who it is. It's a coworker from it's got to have been over 10 years ago. I mean, it's got to be 10 or 11, 12 years ago at a job I used to have back in the day at electronics company. And this was my life prior to coming to the Lord, and this was my prior life. So anyway, it was a coworker who found me, and the way they found me on social media is really interesting, and it was just an uplifting story for me on my end to hear about how the show kind of reaches across, and also because it helped me reconnect with a friend from a while back. So my friend's name is Katie, and Katie is, like I said, was a coworker, and Katie now helps out with in a support group and non-charitables for I think it's children with rheumatoid arthritis, RA, and she's very active and involved in the whole scene there, and has support groups and different things that she does. Apparently, she one of the kids or young adults that she helps out with came in with the show, with the Project Pluto Hour, or some music. I didn't get that exactly. I gotta talk to her again and get the story exactly right. Katie, text me if you get this. Anyway, and so what Katie has the kids do is come in with some sort of social media, some sort of media, and they make little videos, and it's just a way to help the kids come out, and I imagine helps with their therapy and just in general. And someone came up with a song or the show or the YouTube video of this show, if you're watching us on YouTube on our FYI ministry channel, and it was the show and the music, and they were into it, and they were showing Katie, and Katie normally reaches out to different people, different artists or whatever, and asks for permission to play the music or include it in the video, or clears the media. Anyway, so the kid came in with I guess the Project Pluto Hour or some song, like I said, and Katie started watching it and flipped out because she recognized who it was. Obviously it was me, but last time Katie saw me, I wasn't doing this well. Anyway, like I said, back then I was an addict. I think if you're a listener to the show, you know about my thing, and just a tremendous alcoholic, and functioning to the point where I could make it to work, but not much after that. And I had a whole host of problems, and Katie could see it, and anyone. I mean, if you were blind, I think you could tell that I probably had a problem. Anyway, so she starts delving into the social medias and the Twitters and whatever, and reaches out to me, and I get the message this morning, and we've been talking this morning and just kind of going back and forth on our stories and catching up. And the reason I bring this up is sometimes I don't know if you can pull from this, but sometimes I get frustrated in my day to day, especially the past couple weeks. I get frustrated and wonder, am I making any headroom in the things that I'm doing, the things that I've decided to, to dedicate my life resources to, my talent, my money, whatever, especially when I'm specifically talking about doing the show and doing the Christian music. And I wonder sometimes, am I making a difference? Am I doing anything? Am I just spinning my wheels? Blah, 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 blah. And I think that's a lot of the same concerns that any artist, if they were honest with themselves at some point or another, has dealt with. And I'm, you know, I'm not saying like I'm sitting there every day like that, but there's definitely times when, you know, you wonder what you're doing and if it's making a difference, and you know, is anyone benefiting, and is it just you? And these are, you know, questions. Anyway, so to hear from Katie and to understand that somewhere out there in the mystical world of, you know, out there, the show's getting through to people and people are enjoying it. And then I think the whole thing with Katie is sort of a God thing where, you know, he's making sure it comes back to me in a very poignant way, which is, you know, her talking about the show and telling me that she, you know, liked it, and just being able to see someone from my past life like that and able to just compare. And anyway, and she's doing really good, and I am stoked and so happy that I got to catch up. So Katie, thank you so much. Big shout out to everyone out there in Redlands and San Bernardino. I know FYI actually has a pretty good presence out there, so I am way happy. Anyway, what else are we going to talk about today? Next week, guys, we've got 2 guests, and I definitely want to, and the music just cut out like that. So if you're new to the show, technical stuff, just weird technical stuff will just happen at any time. I'm surprised I'm still broadcasting, to tell you the truth. But there we go. See, music started back on again. Anyway, next week, we got 2 guests. 2. Say it like that. 2. We've got Nikki Joy, I think, for a few minutes. She is a new artist who, well, not new, but new to the Project Pluto universe. She's working with Manuel Tarsus on a new album, a new track on his new album that'll be coming out soon, which is fantastic. You guys, like, I love this new song that they've been working on. And she does her own music, and she's very on fire for the Lord and raps and does singing things. And we don't have a lot of females on the show, if you've noticed, as far as when we interview our guests. So I'm really stoked about having her on to next week. So Nikki Joy's next week. Also next week, and this leads me into my segue here, on Tuesday, June 27th, Mr. Marshall's new album, Rise, is officially released. And we've been playing little snippets. We might play another snippet today, hopefully, because I know Mr. Marshall is in Wednesday Bible class, so I don't think he's listening to the show. So we're going to sneak in a track. Anthony, don't say nothing. Anyway, so Mr. Marshall is going to be with us live on the phone. Maybe that was him calling. Does he know it's next week? It's next week. Anyway, and he's going to talk about this new album. And the Rise has such a strong message about overcoming adversity in your life. And you're going to listen to this dude's testimony, and you're going to flip out, because I'm amazed. I mean, even the back cover of the CD of the artwork. Good job, Picasso. I'm going to tell the whole. I'm going to wait till next week. I'm going to wait till next week to tell you the story, to tell you what's on the back cover of the picture, tell you the whole thing. But it's really good. So Mr. Marshall and Nikki Joy, 2 guests, 2 for 1, doubleheader next week. Never rains but pours on the Project Pluto Hour. Thank you so much for listening today, guys. Let's play some more tracks, man. I am wanting to play more tracks. Let's see. We did Legacy. I want to do a cool one. Boy, there's so many good ones. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna play airplay. Here we go, guys. Project Pluto Hour. Thank you so much for listening. We'll catch you on the backside of this track.
They are posing God from Zion, God the I am. They're disqualified and they are God defying. But you cannot deny him, partner, try it. Sooner or later you'll find this ain't a game. If you don't turn to Christ, you're gonna bathe in flames. But they don't want the truth, they want it their way. But we call this truth music and we call it airplay. Airplay, 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 airplay. Reppin' Christ all day, all day. Airplay, 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 airplay. Reppin' Christ all day, all day.
Dial up for my style up. Christian rapping, I'm proud that. Truth music on my fitted cap. Spit truth in the booth that I'm living that. No curse words, I use blessed words. But radio, they just take turns. Feeding you lots of their pays earned. Ain't concerned with your life, but we ain't learned. You still rolling down the block and you strapped like them videos. But when you get locked, You ain't with it though, nah, you ain't about that life. Homie, the world ain't got it right. You wanna know what real living is, homie? You best be about that Christ.
Yo, Enon, it's a pleasure, homie.
Yo, the pleasure's mine, fam.
See, this is more than music.
Yeah.
More than music. It's about the people's souls.
That's right.
We need something else on the airwaves.
That's true music.
Let's give it to them.
Let's go.
Airplay, 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 reppin' Christ all day, all day. Airplay, 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 reppin' Christ all day, all day. Airplay, 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 reppin' Christ all day, all day. Airplay, 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 reppin'
Praise God.
Christ
Thomas.
all day.
He's on the feature, we eat on the stage. We speak on and teach him that he comes to save. Jesus to freed us so we weren't caged. But the beat on will eat on like meat on a plate. Neons will be on when we on the stage. For the kingdom, the heroes know we aren't ashamed. We're gonna keep on till he comes and be on. We'll see him and these tongues will be on his praise. This ain't what you thought that you would hear. Someone tell me how the new is here. Be the truest here, cause your shoe is here. I used to do it for the newest gear. Now I do it for the clueless ears. Just to show him how he do this here. Still super cooler than the cooler is. When we school the kids, who the ruler is. Let's go.
Airplay, 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 reppin' Christ all day, all day. Airplay, 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 reppin' Christ all day, all day. Airplay, 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 reppin' Christ all day, all day. Airplay, 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 reppin' Christ all day, all day.
Okay, well, like that. Sometimes we don't come out of tracks the right way. Anyway, you're listening to the Project Pluto Hour, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. That was Airplay with Sage and Enon on the Project Pluto Hour. The tracks we're pulling from, someone asked me about that, are on SoundCloud. So if you go to SoundCloud and you just search for any of these names I'm throwing out, and hopefully I'm pronouncing them the right way so you can spell them. You know, rappers, it's all you know, crazy spellings and backward letters and strangeness. Anyway, then you can just type in these names into the search bar and they'll pop up. If you look up Project Pluto on SoundCloud, all these links and songs are there. Also, Not by Bread Alone Radio on SoundCloud. Not by Bread Alone Radio on SoundCloud. You're going to find a ton of great stuff that we're pulling from today. So our folks at Not by NBBA, thank you so much for helping support the show. We totally appreciate it. This is the Project Pluto Hour, the world's only 1 hour dedicated broadcast of underground Christian hip hop, and I am distracted once again by the board, but I think I'm gonna pull it together. Anyway, so we're just pulling some tracks, not nothing crazy, just having some fun. If I could turn your attention though to the rest of the week here at FYIMinistry.com, we have a ton of great programming. On Mondays, Lemonade Live. Gerline comes in with her deal. If you're new to FYI, you got to know about Miss Gerline. Lemonade Live is with Ivy Jeldon. She's got great guests every morning, and the past couple shows have been really powerful. Also, I believe we have some different pastors that come in on Monday mornings. It just depends. Sometimes you get a Pastor Gerardo, Pastor Mike, a Pastor Chris. What's up, Pastor Chris? You just never know who's going to pop in on Mondays. And I believe on Tuesdays and Wednesdays we have some programming too. Wednesday, of course, is the Project Pluto Hour. Just this wonderful show. Saturday nights at 7 p.m., you guys, on this very station, the CWMP Christian Sports Radio Show. It is taking off. I'm not going to spend too much time gloating over it because I do produce that show. But every week our listeners are climbing. The amount is, and we're just stoked. We're so happy. We didn't know if this was going to work, and it seems to be working. So 7 o'clock on this very station on a Saturday night, CWMP, Chicken Wings and Pizza Sports Christian Radio Show with Big Mike and Hebrew. Those guys are just incredible. I have fun every single time I do a show with those guys. So anyway, back to us and the Project Pluto Hour. What was I going to play next? I think I wanted to try... So if you're not familiar with a underground rapper named Intellect, who's kind of getting there, blowing up. I'm looking at his, his beats and stuff are really well crafted and produced, and he's getting some really good artwork done, and so a lot of that stuff when you're doing your own rap and basically your own marketer and you're your own PR guy, you're your own everything. You've got to go find the artwork for your album, for your single. You've got to produce it. You've got to, if you don't know how to do it, you got to hook up with someone who does, or you got to pay for it. And a lot of these guys aren't getting paid for their music anyway. So you're listening to a labor of love when you listen to a lot of this stuff. So anyway, I'm at undercrownhiphop.com. Shout out to S. Craven, D'Amelio, all those guys out there who also help support the show. And I'm looking at their singles section, and I'm gonna play it's another song called Legacy. Legacy is a very popular song title. Anyway, this is Legacy, but this is by Intellect, not by A. Doulos. So just and this is the Project Pluto Hour. I hope you like this one. It's a pretty good joint. And we'll catch you on the flip side of this one on the Project Pluto Hour here on FYMinistry.com. Thank you so much, guys. Here we go.
Reminisce over the legacy you left for me. Speak candidly, walk the earth humbly. Keep it real until the very day they come for me. Every day, it's your memory that comforts me. Love patiently, never forget that it's Christ's love that paid for me. Now I see, even though I used to walk the earth blind, thinking that the world was mine, all I had to do was get up and grind. Every day you would rise up and shine with a purpose, committed to service, no lip service. I used to have the nerve to think less. Now it all manifests, you was waking up blessed. You cared less about fashion and how you was dressed. You would give until you had nothing left, to make sure we had the best. You were looking out for us until the day you took your last breath.
On through us, only in God we trust. Now that I know your love, this world can't get enough. All that is mine will be stepping in line behind me and my seed, living it free and live the legacy we've seen.
From the days of my youth, I saw your wisdom, living and giving instruction. I had to listen. Don't become another victim of the system. Stay up in them books, boy, and pay attention. You expecting nothing less of me than to get my diploma and go on to university. I remember when I got my college degree, the look you gave when you said you was proud of me. Now I see my victories were built on the legacy of those who paved the way before me. Mom pushed me hard, grandma, you gave me a lift. Next thing I'm taking off like a starship. This is for you and your faithfulness, for the sacrifice you made every day for us. In memory of the legacy you left for us. 88 years don't seem long enough.
Through us, only in God we trust. Now that I know your love, this world can't get enough. All that is mine will be stepping in line behind me and my seed, living it free and live the legacy we've seen. What's yours is mine. 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 And live the legacy we've seen.
This is Cloudy Day by For the Hebrew on the Project Pluto Hour, you guys. Thank you so much for listening.
somewhere that the children of Israel, when they escaped Egypt, they were led through the wilderness by a cloud during the day, cloud of fire by night. Something about that hit me, just made me feel right. Now you know, cloudy day. Just made it to the last page in my notebook. Hope I don't run out of lines for the hook. Come back, Jesus coming back, back to back. Like the Lakers when they had Shaq. Team winning every year, all glory to Yah. Just a holy crew serving food, that's all Jah. Let me feed my sheep what I heard from the Lord. So I cook it up with a little spice of salt. Let them know to the serve, we are the salt. Nothing going down without clearance from my God. Gotta serve so great, that's why I'm screaming Yah. Yah, 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 Yah. Yahweh Jezabah, yeah, that's my God. Said he made this world, everything is not of this world. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Sun shining bright, still a cloudy day. Got the crew with me, can't give praise. Every year I year like the Rose Parade. Got the crew with me, it's a cloudy day. Every year I year like the Rose Parade. Sun shining bright, can't give praise. Every year I year like the Rose Parade. Got the crew with me, it's a cloudy day. 16 bars, 15 left. Time to talk about my God. He the king, he the God, boss of the squad. He the king, he the God, boss of the squad. Had to say it twice, had to worship, show him love. That's my daddy, that's my father, why I call him Mama. He was there, helped my mama when she lost my father. He ain't died when he disappeared, you thought he did. Mama died, tears I cried, I was 17. Hit the block with some work, started hustling. I was lost, I was stumbling. Papa called me home, I left roaming to his arms. Babylon beat my spirit man and left scars. Found a doctor who could heal me and erase some scars. Took a while for me, I was busy chasing stars. But my God's so patient, he just waited on me. Sun shining bright, still a cloudy day. Got the crew with me, came to give praise. Every year I year like the Rose Parade. Got the crew with me, it's a cloudy day. Every year I year like the Rose Parade. Sun shining bright, came to give praise. Every year I year like the Rose Parade. Got the crew with me, it's a cloudy day. Like Bookie said, how much for one rib? God put Adam to sleep, took out one rib. Answer priceless result, it was Eve. Wife name on my arm, my heart is on my sleeve. Truth be told, second member, clock crew 417. Found a member, only one there when I got started. Had my back, has my back, and she always will. Red and ring, it just bling, all apart his will. Gave me baby lions, daddy love his little girls. Gifts from Zion like they mama, precious pearls. Rep the crew too, featured in my music too. Y'all gave me 2 + 2 = 4. Couldn't ask for more. Favorite number 4, something you should know. Holy Trinity plus this man = 4. Holy Trinity plus me, that just = 4. Sun shining bright, still a cloudy day. Got the crew with me, came to give praise. Every year I year like the Rose Parade. Got the crew with me, it's a cloudy day. Every year I year like the Rose Parade. Sun shining bright, came to give praise. Every year I year like the Rose Parade. Got the crew with me, it's a cloudy day. Sun shining bright, still a cloudy day. Got the crew with me, came to give praise. Every year I year like the Rose Parade. Got the crew with me, it's a cloudy day. Every year I year like the Rose Parade. Sun shining bright, came to give praise. Every year I year like the Rose Parade. Got the crew with me, it's a cloudy day. 417, yeah, I love my team. It's a cloudy day. 417, yeah, I love my team. It's a cloudy day.
Well, guys, that was Cloudy Day by For the Hebrew on the Project Pluto Hour. Thank you so much for listening, whether you're listening on FYIministry.com, Power1021FM.com. Thank you, Boston, Atlanta, Miami. Or you're listening to Not by Bread Alone Radio. Thank you so much for hosting us, you guys, over there in the Virginia, Maryland area. We got the East Coast covered, homie. Tune in, shoutcast, all them good stuffs. Thank you so much. We totally appreciate it. This is the Project Pluto Hour here every Wednesday, unless something comes up. From 4 to 5 o'clock, playing underground Christian hip hop. These guys are in the trenches, doing their ministry, lending their talents and services for the Lord, and we're trying to spotlight them. Every guy that you are listening to today can be found on SoundCloud. Not by Bread Alone Radio's SoundCloud account is excellent, and I wholeheartedly urge you to go over there and check out every single track. The Picasso and taken, because everyone uses, no one's using their government name anymore. I don't know who any of these people are anymore. Are taking care of business over there, and the radio station is awesome, so thank you so much for hosting us. Anyway, what is going on in the world of Pluto? I always like to do the self-marketing every week just to kind of push some stuff, and it seems to be helping. So I'm working on a little instrumental album, if you know, between while I'm not producing tracks for other people. I like to write weird, spacey kind of stuff, hence the name Pluto. And I've got an album coming out. I think I'll be done with all the tracks around November. It's going to be like 5 or 6 tracks. It's not going to be that crazy, but the track's going to be longer. It's going to be more chill, kind of meditation-y, Christian-themed stuff. Whatever, man. I'm trying. Anyway, so that's what's going on as far as that. The Mr. Marshall album we talked about, Rise, will be coming out on the 27th. And those are the blood-related folks, blood-related.com. Please head over there. That is my group of fools. Fools. My group of homies. I meant fools like in the East LA sense. And we produce some Christian hip-hop that I am sure you will enjoy and have been doing it for a few years. So head over there if you'd like to listen to some more music. More shameless plugging. www.planningonpluto.com is my website. Check it out. Facebook, Project Pluto. That'd be great. Let's see what else is coming out. We talked about it earlier. Nikki Joy and Emmanuel Tarsis have come together for a track called Misfit off his new album, which is going to be just, I mean, I wish I could play it, but that one is so good that we gotta hold off on that one. But they're coming out with that. I helped produce that, and I'm really proud of that. I think they've got another song coming out with Emmanuel Tarsis soon. So I think there's another track that'll be coming out to that. Emmanuel Tarsis is heading over to Africa. So if you look up Emmanuel Tarsis on Facebook, he's got a link there to help him accepting donations for his missionary trip to Africa. He's going to go over there and do some kingdom work, and he might even shoot a video in Africa. How trippy would that be? That'd be great. Anyway, what else is going on in Project Pluto World? I think that's about it. If you would like to listen to some messages, some Christian sermons, may I suggest www.mvcchome.org, which is my home campus church website, whatever. Anyway, and there's some messages there. There's a way to connect. There's just tons of stuff for Christians in the community to digest. And please head on over there and check that out. Okay, I think I'm done with yes, okay, I'm done. Anyway, so I was thinking about plans and making plans and just how sometimes when you make these plans and things don't go well and you see disaster, sometimes it's not that bad. And my point is, a couple times this week it has come to my attention that if it weren't for plans failing horribly and me, going through all the turmoil of a well-crafted plan or agenda that has now, burned in ashes. If it wasn't for the mess up of a few certain plans, I would never be here. And let me explain that. I wouldn't here or here. So I'll explain that two ways. I had a certain sense, I had a plan for myself that was not Christ-centered. And it was a lofty plan of life of, the usual things you want to do in life as far as career and respect and power and not power like power, but I mean, respect in the community and the things that the world tells you you're supposed to achieve in order to claim success. And those plans did not happen the way I thought. In fact, so much so that I thought, I'm not doing life correctly. I am way messing up, and nothing in my world's going right. So that's just the my coming to Christian talk. I would have never come to this point if it wasn't for my best plans going to waste. This week, I've met up with some new musicians. I've had some new opportunities, things that are really exciting to me, things that are great. But none of that stuff would have happened as I'm hearing the couple stories and talking to people if really well-intentioned plans had gone through. And so I'm thinking about the fabric that God weaves through our lives and how he connects us to different people in ways that we just don't even see. And we tend to think as humans, well, if something goes right, then a good outcome comes, and that's successful, and that's how I will mark a milestone in my life. But sometimes the plans not going through are the milestones and the markers in your life, and things that cause you to do 180 and achieve a result that you never expected or thought of, or something that was just beyond your imagination. Anyway, so all these vague terms to basically say that another example of giving your life over and letting God work with you and work with those around you to further the kingdom. And in my case, it goes with music, so it's all about networking and meeting new people and opportunities. And the past month and a half has been just a watershed opening of stuff, and I am very grateful, because to me it came at a time where I was, I'm going to be 40 in like a month. I'm going to be 40. There's not a lot of 40-year-old hip-hop. I mean, I guess there is, but I just, like, well, I'm 40. Should I keep doing this? And so the last month and a half has been a really good eye-opening wake-up thing for me about how God has plans for me, that I should just trust him and shut up and just, keeping the word and keeping the compass and just let him do his thing. And when I do that, life works a lot better than when I fight him and I try to do my own plan. Shout out Pastor Chris if you're listening. Pastor Chris gave a great message on a men's breakfast on Saturday here at our church, talking about how we get into messes when we try to do our own thing, and then how do we get out of those messes. And he had this great, this is the funniest dude I've ever met. Anyway, so Pastor Chris is awesome, and I think you can hear him on Mondays here once in a while if he still does his show. Hopefully he will. I think you're going to see more of Pastor Chris. Anyway, so plans, and your own plans versus God plans. If your life is not going the way you think it should be, if you're like, what is going on? Take a good look at your plan. Is it Christ-centered? Is it something? Are you just trying to see if you can make money and buy a nice car and a nice house? I mean, I want that too. We all want that, but there's something more to life. There's more than just whatever's on sale at Walmart or whatever the new movie is, or what, the culture just runs our life around, and it doesn't always have to be like that. So anyway, that's me vibing. I should probably be quiet. And we should play some more music here on the Project Pluto Hour, the internet and terrestrial radio's only 1 hour dedicated broadcast of underground Christian hip-hop. I did that with one breath, and I continue not to breathe, and look at that. Wow. You like that? Okay, I did that? Anyway, what can I play? You know what? I'm going to sneak in a Mr. Marshall song, because I know he's in Bible study. Go to Bible studies. This is what happens. Anyway, so on next week, Mr. Marshall's album Rise comes out, and there's a bunch of great tracks, but I want to play one that really touches me. It's called War Cry, and it's featuring Mr. Collins. There we go. Anyway, and it's called War Cry and it's going to be on the album, and I'm going to play it right now and sneak it in before he gets out of class. And then I'll come back, we'll have more tracks, and we'll do more stuff on the Project Pluto Hour. Thank you so much for listening, guys, and putting up with me and all our stuff. We totally appreciate it. Here is War Cry by Mr. Marshall. Here's a sneak peek at the Rise album.
I will do a good old war cry. I will do when the enemy comes in. a murder. Some do laid by a burner. It had your fingerprints, so I know it would concern you. You fled the scene, things were unclean. You left some evidence. Who is that cat you killed right now? That's all irrelevant. Heat is on, you know the cops are out and they searching. I went to that dude's wake. It was sad when they closed the curtains. That's when you really knew it was the end. All over. You had to be tight. Can't believe it, cold sober. You took your life. Didn't think twice as he hit the ground. Dropped the piece, said you's a beast. Jetted out of town. Now you on the run. You took somebody's mom's only son. What was the reason? Are you sure you got the right one? Read the paper and they said it was an argument. I'm kinda tripping, cause I'm here to see how far you went. No mercy. And you know the one thing that hurts me, his skin was the same as your color. He could have been your brother. Up, there's been another killing. Little girl by the building, let me get this straight. She was out playing with the children. Straight bullet action, I saw a frame collapsing. And all you got to say for yourself, what kind of man are you? What makes you do the things you do? To take the life of a future wife. They could conceive all the greatness of birthing a child. You took all those dreams away, just acting wild. On the corners with your buddies, getting high and acting nutty. You left that shorty bloody, your world real cruddy. Can't imagine the pain that a family has, even though it's in the past. The heartache can last, and that's eternal. You're hellbound, dude, it's sure to burn you. Caught up in the game, remain to be uncertain. You feel that life is working, but where does that lead? That pain would be unbearable if that was your seed. Suicide, died from his pride, couldn't take it no more. Depression killed him from the inside. Lost his mindset that went with his soul. The devil implanted himself, kept him on hold. He took the wrong road, started from his pops, I guess. In and out of jail till he got one in the chest. Left a mess of the boy that he could not raise. Saw his life in the haze, but he knew crime pays. So many ways I'ma praise my idol, been his grave. Fast money, fast cars, instead of a 9-to-5 slave. The behavior wasn't normal, I warned you on that. Every day was like formal, and dressing in black. No excuses for his actions, he loves it that way. Leaves his mom's at home on her knees to pray, hoping he make it through another day to wash her fears, wash away her tears. He was only 23 years of age.
Anyway, you guys, I totally goofed that one up really good and said that was Mark Collins singing when it's not. I know my guys are. I'm just looking at 10,000 things at one time. Anyway, that's Paul G singing on War Cry, which is the new single from Mr. Marshall's Rise album that will be coming out next week on the 27th. On the 28th, which is Wednesday, we're going to have Mr. Marshall on to talk about the album and how it came into being and his whole testimony. And it's going to be super great on the Project Pluto Hour next Wednesday at 4 o'clock. But we still got a few minutes here today. And what was I going to do? Oh, so someone asked me to play one of my tracks. You know, my one of like kind of the spacey out there. This isn't one that's going to be on the new album, but it's one on a previous album that was called A Better Place, which is on my SoundCloud page if you go to soundcloud.com and look up Project Pluto. Anyway, since I'm always down for some self marketing, I will absolutely play this track. What was I going to say, though, before we did? You know what? I'm going to play the track, and then we'll come back and finish up the show. So anyway, shout out to everyone who's been listening. Thank you so much. Mr. Charles, if you're in your truck, safe travels. Katie out in Redlands, thank you so much, and it was so awesome to catch up with you today. And all my peeps who text me and support me when I am off my rocker, I totally appreciate it. Anyway, this song is called Rise and Walk, and it was taken from, the inspiration comes from, all of Jesus's miracles and the things he did, and it's a double entendre where Rise and Walk was the order given to those who were lame that Jesus healed, but I believe spiritually and mentally it's a message to all of us. Once you have Christ in your life and you start to understand that you can overcome anything that it comes your way, he leaves you with the command, rise and walk, move on and go tell someone about your story. So that's sort of what the inspiration for that was. This song is. So I'm going to play, it's an instrumental, so just hope you vibe out, maybe turn up the music or relax from the long day. But anyway, this is called Rise and Walk from my Better Place album. So it's just an instrumental. Let me know what you think. Project Pluto Hour, you guys, thank you so much for listening. We'll wrap up the show right afterward. See you guys.